Hello. Last day of March, March 31st here, coming at you for this week's lesson. It's almost spring break. That's really a lie. There's like 3 weeks for spring break, but hey, I'm thinking positive. All right, today we are focusing, well, this whole week we're focusing on continuing us understanding a quadratic equation. Okay? Um, so today you'll be able to identify the A, the B, the C of a quadratic equation. Then we can use those to help us with Tuesday's lessons, to help us with Wednesday's lesson. We're doing two more formulas on your reference sheet. Oh, do you want to see my face? Where's that? I don't want to do the camera. Hold on. Here we go. Miss Larry Arrow, get back. Okay. All right. So here we go. Level one. There's 3 levels to this, and I probably should have did it differently, but that's for next week. Okay, so a quadratic equation is going to look like this. You're going to have y equals, or f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, what I'm asking you today is to be able to look at a quadratic equation and be able to tell me the a value, the b value, and the c value. Okay, a will always be the number that goes with your x squared. It'll always be the coefficient of what goes with x squared. B is the coefficient that goes with the linear term. This has an exponent of 1. Oh boy, she's going to annotate. We know how crazy this gets. Okay, that is a linear term. The B value is the coefficient that goes with it. And the C is a constant. Okay, the word constant. Can I type? Oh, she can. Constant means number. Number at the end. Okay, so for example, level one, if we look at this first example, we have 8x squared minus 12x minus 2. That is just straightforward. What number is with the x squared? The 8. What number is, oh, of course, I have to, sorry. The 8. What number is with the b? Now, technically, this subtracting 12 does make it a negative number. So make sure you're aware of that. And then C, the constant, the number at the end of it is just -2. Okay? Easy peasy. The only way that this gets more difficult is if, let's look at number 2. We've got negative x squared plus 64. Again, this is supposed to have 3 terms, so there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Okay? Now, the other thing is, remember, if there's a negative in front, that's still kind of like a -1. You can't just put a negative sign for your a value. It has to be a number. Okay, for that, it's -1. There is no linear term. So technically it's there, it's just written with a 0x, which is kind of a weird way to put it. And then the 64 goes next. So those are the 3 forms. So that means my A would be -1, my B would be 0, and my C would be 64. Okay? All right. 3, 4, and 5 are just generic. Can you state A, B, and C? So for this one right here, we've got the x squared goes with -6. The A is -6. The B is -8. The C is +78. The A is -3 for question 4. The B is -6 for question, and then the C value is -3. Okay? That's level 1, if it's already in standard form. Level 2 is what happens if things aren't the same. Okay, what happens if they're not all on one side? Remember, the first 4 examples, look at what they all were set equal to. 0, 0, 0, 0. That's what we have to get. We have to get it equal towards 0. So level 2, there's going to be a number sitting over here. To get rid of it, you just do the opposite. So to get rid of a +2, you are going to subtract 2 from both sides. Bring down the 2x squared, bring down the -1x. I put a -1 in there. And then -64 minus 2 is a -60. These cancel, leaving me with 0. Once you've set it equal to 0, now we can go in and say, okay, my A value is 2, my B value is -1, my C value is -66. So basically you have to do a step to get everything over to one side. Okay, example number 2. Now I've got a -7 sitting over here, so I'm going to add it over. To get, now I bring down 9x squared, I bring down 3x, -30 plus 7 is a -23. Bring down your equal 0. A is 9, B is 3, C is -23. Question 7, go ahead, pause the video, try the example if you've already got it. And not, here we go. How to get rid of a +2, I would subtract 2, subtract 2. Bring down the 5x squared, bring down the 11x, -10, -2, make -12. Bring down your 0. So 5, 11, and -12. I don't know what accent that is. Okay? Level 3, hardest of the level. They put more things over. And I honestly didn't like the way this went, so probably going to do more next week, but that's next week's problem. Okay, this might have two things on the right side. This might have one thing on the right side. This might have three things on the right side. Take it one step at a time. So first of all, I've got 2x squared. That's the only Lone Ranger I have on the left. I got to move all this stuff. So I'm going to take it in pieces. Okay, how do we get rid of negative 7x? You're going to add it over. Okay, bring it on down. 2x squared plus 7x. I can't combine those because they're not the same thing, so they stay by themselves. Then I bring the 49 down because I haven't moved that guy over yet. How do we get rid of a positive 49? Well, we're going to subtract it over. And therefore, we have 2x squared plus 7x minus 49. 2, 7, negative 49. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful. All right, level 9. Okay, on this one, on the right side of that equal sign, I just have a negative 4x. So I just have one term over there. So I just have to move it over by getting a positive 4x. Now remember, you want to keep your ducks in a row. You want to go highest exponent to lowest exponent. So you would bring down the 3x squared, you'd bring down the 4x, and you'd bring down the negative 20. That equals 0. So you have a equals 3, b equals 4, c equals negative 20. I think there's one more example together. Oh, we got two pieces over here. Remember, just take one piece at a time. I go linear first. So I'm going to get rid of this subtracting 2x. To get rid of subtracting 2x, it's a positive 2x. Bring it on down. Boom. Bring down 4x squared. Bring down 2x. Pooh. We got to get rid of the 30. How do we get rid of a positive 30? You're going to subtract it over. Whatever you do to one side, you got to do the other side. So therefore, we end up with 4x squared plus 2x minus 30. 4, 2, negative 30. All right, board work. So do you need more practice on this? Again, when you're on the video, it is what it is. If you feel like you got it, go ahead, do the classwork. If you need some more practice, here we go. Level 1, baby. Okay, just state the A, the B, the C. Pause the video and do that. All right, so that would be B, A would be 4, B would be negative 1, C would be negative 68. Okay, next one, go ahead, pause the video, state the A, B, C. In 3, 2, 1. Did you get negative 1, 5, 126? Woohoo! Next one. Ooh, tricky. This is like number 2, like the one we did in class. Number 2 on the page. In 3, 2. All right, this was weird. It only had 2 terms over here. That's not right. We need 3 terms. So there is no 0 term. We've got 8x squared. We bring that down. Okay, remember, there's no linear term. So what number represents nothing? 0. Then negative 16 gets pushed over. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, another one of those. In 3, 2, 1. A would be 3, B would be 0, C would be negative 75. All right, level 2. Remember, write this down. You have to do a step before you can declare. Okay, go ahead, pause the video, try this example. In 3, 2, 1. Moving everything over to one side, you'd add 11, leaving you with that. So A would be 11, B would be 8, C would be 1. Boom. Okay, next one. In 3, 2, 1. You get rid of adding 8 by subtracting 8 over, so it would look like that. So A would be 2, B would be 11, C would be 9. Okay. Again, another one. In 3, 2, 1. Get rid of positive 12, we'd subtract it over. So then I would have A equals 4, B equals negative 3, C equals negative 12. Boom. Okay. Level 3. In 3, 2, 1. Boom. All you had to do is subtract 3x over. So this is the form you want it in. You want it in standard form. So A would be 8, B would be negative 3, C would be 12. Okay, go ahead. Try this level 3. 3, 2, 1. We would subtract 1x over. Oh, that's totally wrong. I did not fix this one. Okay, we would subtract 4x or negative 1x. We would subtract 60. So it would look like that. So that would be 4. Ooh. I know, Miss Lahart, you are horrible for not doing. Sorry, my bad. Ooh. Okay. Do I have another one? Okay, this is the one. I don't know why that was so weird. In 3, 2, 1, you would subtract 8x, so you would get that term right there. A would be 7, B would be negative 8, C would be negative 8. Okay, last one in 3, 2, 1. You would add 3x over. Oh God, that one's not right either. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Let's just go to classwork. Oh God, they're all wrong. I didn't fix the rest of this. It is what it is. Try the classwork. Let me know if you need me. Miss Lauren out. Peace out.